Hello and welcome to the GA Statsman podcast live stream, live watch along for Cork against Limerick in the McGrath Cup. So should be an interesting night. We'll have to see who wins this game. Cork, of course, have a 100% record at the McGrath Cup so far, beating Kerry and Clare along the way. Limerick beating Waterford and drawing against Tipperary the last time out. So should be an interesting game in Mallow, and I'm watching the game on TG Car YouTube. So before we get into it, I'd like to remind you all of our sponsors at fortunefavours.ie. It's a home workout equipment store and your one-stop shop for all home gym equipment. They are well known for their adjustable dumbbells, which combine 15 different weights in one dumbbell. You could get both 24 kg and 40 kg adjustable dumbbells and use the code STATSMAN11 to get 11% off your order at fortunefavours.ie. So now that that's cleared up, we'll get straight at the action, I suppose. The game won't be starting until, say, 10 minutes' time. The stream on TG Car won't start, let's say, until 25 past, so about 5 minutes' time there. So, I suppose we'll go through the teams. Limerick hasn't been announced as far as I know, so we'll present that to you as soon as possible. Bear in mind, it's only myself and the scoreboard this evening, so I'm getting used to the old StreamYard live streaming service, so we'll have to see how it goes. First of all, we'll name the Cork team. You just have to, bear with me on this. I whenever I put up videos or photos, I found before doing this stream, it seems to lag a bit, so please bear with me while I name the teams. But anyway, here's the Cork team lineup anyway. Micheál Martin in goal, but obviously this is the team lineup that was announced at 12 o'clock this afternoon. There could be late changes. I'm not sure. I have Twitter notifications on anyway from Cork GA to see if there's any late changes. So Micheál Martin in goal, Thomas Clancy, Daniel O'Mahony and Kevin O'Sullivan in the full back line. The half back line is Luke Fahey, Sean Powter and Matty Taylor. Colm O'Callaghan and Rory Maguire is in midfield. Owen McSweeney, Killian O'Hanlon and Brian O'Driscoll is the half-forward line, and Chris O'Jones, Brian Hurley and Stephen Sherlock is in the full forwards. Now, Cork played very well against Kerry, beating them out the gate really by 12 points in Páirc Uí Rinn. They didn't really beat Clare out the gate in near Spanish Point, I think West Clare, so they only beat them by 8 points in the end. Goals from Chris O'Jones and Stephen Sherlock did the job in a 2-10 to 8 point win. So it was an interesting encounter there. I won't name the Limerick team. Well, I have the Limerick team from the game against Tipperary, but I don't know, is that really good enough? I don't have the Limerick team at the moment, but as soon as it is presented to me, I will name the Limerick team in due course. Looking at the game against Tipperary, the Limerick team from that game, they still had Donal O'Sullivan in goal, Ian Corbett at centre back, Cian Sheehan at centre forwards, Adrian Enright, who was their top scorer against Cork in the All-Ireland qualifiers last year, a game which Cork won in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. The big absentee probably is Josh Ryan. He's out of the team. I think he's taken the year travelling or something. Danny Neville is also out of the team. He's been out of the team now for 2 seasons. Brian O'Donovan, who scored that brilliant, or Brian Donovan, should I say, who scored that brilliant goal in Páirc Uí Chaoimh last year in the All-Ireland qualifiers, was out for the Tipperary game. I don't know, is he going to be in for this game? Obviously, the team will be in course. We'll wait and see about that. But it's about minutes to throw in now. The stream hasn't started on TG Car as of yet. So if you're watching live, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below in the live chat, and I'll get on to it just so we can pass the time, I suppose. There doesn't seem to be any comments right as of now. So, we'll wait for the comments come in, and I'm sure I'm on the lookout nearly here for the Limerick team. Doesn't seem to be named at the moment. See now, there was only tweet notification from Cork GA, so none from Limerick, which is a bit of a strange turn of it. But seeing as like Limerick are playing a hurling this weekend, I think against Kerry, or maybe it could be next week, but that game doesn't really matter now, because Cork obviously won the 2 games there in the Munster Senior Hurling League. So And that team was announced this morning, I think. So it's kind of strange that the football team hasn't been announced yet. But let me know in the comment section if the team has been announced. I don't know, hasn't been announced. It hasn't been announced on Twitter anyway. I'm trying to check, and there's no team as of yet. So it's 25 past now, so the stream should be on DigiCar so we can get late changes. It says this live event will start in 3 minutes. So yeah, it will start in 3 minutes. So I suppose the GA happening this weekend, the big All-Ireland club finals on Sunday, Kilmacud Crokes against Watty-Grahamsglen is the big game there, and also Dunlaw against Ballyhead Shamrocks. So let me know in the live chat, if you are watching, of course, who do you think is going to win those games? The Kilmacud and Watty-Grahamsglen should be a very, very interesting game. Very interesting. Both sides, like Pierre and GA, said that during the week. Shane Brady chatting to Darren Farrell. Check it out if you haven't already. And it was a very good chat there. And yeah, that should be a very evenly matched game. Hopefully, Dunlaw put it up to Ballyhead Shamrocks now in the hurling after they did well against St. Thomas's in the semi-finals. So, but I think Ballyhead could have gone for a load of county titles in a row if they just didn't lose last year to that. Harry Ruddle go for Ballygo. So, yeah, it should be interesting how that develops. On Sunday, I think Tyrone, who's in the McKenna Cup final? I think it's Tyrone against Derry in the McKenna Cup final. That's tomorrow. Mayo against Roscommon is also live as well. I think Cork and Limerick's live now. It should be live anyway. But anyway, yeah, it's coming on now. But yeah, Tyrone and Derry in the McKenna Cup final tomorrow, and Roscommon and Mayo in the FBD Cup. Louth against Longford in an interesting competition, the O'Byrne Cup. A load of teams dropping out of that competition, including Offaly during the course of the week. They refused to pay Louth, and yeah, load of differing opinions on that. I don't know, should Louth have been left back into it, to be honest with you. But look, it is what it is. And yeah, the league starting next week. Who would have believed it? Like we're in the 20th of January now, lads. It's pretty much, it's unbelievable, really. So yeah, I suppose we'll wait until the live stream comes on. Well, the Cork team has been announced on Twitter. Any late changes, I'll have a look. Okay, they've switched the numbers. It isn't the first time Cork have done it. They obviously did it in the league last year, but they switched the numbers. So Killian O'Hanlon is now number 22. Sean Powter is number 11 and he's playing centre back. And Thomas Clancy's number 18 and he's playing cornerback. Cork GA, everyone. Yeah. I don't know what that's about. It's like they've done this before, Cork, and it just got on my nerves last year. And clearly nothing's changed. Like, it's no fault of the management team, like, but for journalists, for viewers, for people watching on TGR, not particularly in the know, it's just bad form from Cork, isn't it? Doing this, but yeah, look, it is what it is. So yeah, number 11, Sean Powter playing centre back. Yeah, very strange indeed. So that means Maurice Shanley is wearing number 2. Yeah, the stream's just started there. I'm looking now. Paul Walsh is wearing number 9. Oh, and Rory Maguire is wearing number 6. That's the other number change, and he's playing midfield. Yeah, I don't know about this from Cartier. It's very, very strange, really. So yeah, I have to change the numbers now, which is a bit of a bags. You see, on TG Carter now, it's saying that the numbers are the same as positions. It says Sean Powell's number 6, Rory Maguire's number 9, Killian O'Hanlon's number 11, and Thomas Clancy's number 2. But on the Cork Twitter page, it said Clancy's number 18 and etc. Sean Powell's number 11. So, bit confusing, not going to lie. But look, we'll go with it. Like, have to see. Obviously, Brian Hurley's the captain of the team. So, Limerick announced the team on the TG Car live stream, so I'll just take a photo. So, Michael Donovan's midfield. Gordon Brown is number 10. I'll take a photo there and I'll read out the team there for Limerick. Just goes blank. So, Donald O'Sullivan in goal, David Connolly, Sean O'Dea, and Barry Coleman as the full. Brian Fanning, Ian Corbett, and Jack Ryan in the half-back line. Michael Donovan and Killian Fahy in midfield. Gordon Brown, Cian Sheehan, and Paul Maher at the half-forward line. And Adrian Enright, Carl Downs, and Colin McSweeney in the full-forward line. So that's the Limerick team. And I think they're going for the national anthem now. They are, yeah. National anthem's on now, so give me perfect time to just edit the numbers. As you can see, I'm also doing stats in the game. Yeah, so stats and live streaming. The life of a rookie journalist, lads. So you're just known as Brian Fanning and Barry Coleman has switched positions from wingback to cornerback. I don't know. That's about what we'll see. So Killian Fahy's now number 9. Colin McSweeney's number 15. Gordon Rose 10. Oh, pardon me, flipping in. I got mixed up there between the national anthem and Galway. Oh my God, music is not my strong point at all. Jeez, I actually thought that was the national anthem. So it's 2 changes from Limerick's team against Tipperary. Michael Donovan and Gordon Brown come in for Robbie Burke and Killian Ryan. So, yeah, bit of information there. And I don't think Paul Ring's on the panel for Cork. I think he got injured in Sigurdsson last night. Let me know in the comments if I've got that correct. I think I've seen on the match report in the Irish Examiner he got injured. So, yeah, that's another absentee for the Cork panel. Oh, pardon me. Paul Ring's number 24. Sorry. I didn't notice him. You know the way like most of the forwards are like in the numbers 20s on the bench, and then the defenders are like number 17, number 18. So easy mistake there. Paul Ring number 24, Rory Dean is number 25, and Mark Crone is number 26. Sorted. Still no news on late changes for Limerick. Jesus, 25-9, the game hasn't started. I don't know, is there traffic problems in Mallow? Jesus, I don't know. 8 in the live stream so far, so if you have any comments, leave them in the live chat and I'll get onto them as soon as possible. Jesus, when's the game going to start? It actually looks like people are actually just coming in now. No, I don't know. What's the starter? Yeah, I think the referees are standing in the middle there. They've just put out the teams again. When's the game actually going to start? Like, and then again, they're putting. I think I'm just going to trust Cork GA Twitter on this. I don't know. I think it's Thomas Clancy number 18, Sean Powder number 11, Roy McGuire number 6, Kenny O'Hanlon number 22. And then Maurice Shanley number 2, Paul Walsh number 9. So yeah. Throw in delayed 5 minutes. That's what it says on the Cork GA Twitter. I have to imagine. I think that's because of traffic problems. I don't know. Because two earbuds is kind of distracting me from speakers moment, but yeah, at least I'll get to hear from TG Car on these earbuds. I actually can't turn it on during the live stream because of licensing restrictions. So hopefully it doesn't upset the viewers too much. But look, those are the rules. Those are the rules for YouTube. But anyway, on Twitter it says Cork today by 5 minutes because, well, it didn't say the reason, but it says delayed. What did we have updates on Limerick GA tonight? Rather than Limerick footballers on Twitter. Come on and look there. Those who are joining late, sorry, the first half, it actually hasn't started yet because of, I think, traffic problems. So as soon as it starts the game, I'll put in scores accordingly. So yeah, that's the scoreboard down at the bottom left corner of your screen. So doesn't look like any late changes on the Limerick team anyway. So I'm just going to look Limerick Cork because the Limerick Twitter PRO is I don't know, is he not at the game tonight? Yes. Toshi Drake, that's what they're saying on TG Car. So I think it's gonna throw in just after Aran Naveen, which hasn't been played yet. So yeah. Back on. Sorry, I was just charging the laptop there and kind of lost connection. Yeah, Ron Naveen's playing now. 20 minutes in and into the live stream, and now the game is about to throw in. Jeez. Yeah, long way yet, but yeah, if I mentioned earlier, if you have any comments, leave them down in the live chat. Comments about the game, or just ask me questions about Sigerson Cup, Curly Vree, the league coming up, club finals on Sunday. Yeah. So or leave me the predictions down below. Of course, again, Cork against Limerick. Just before the game now, I'd say I'll be hopeful. I'm going to go Cork by 5. I'm going to go 5 points because I think Limerick, I think Live 95 mentioned on Twitter, there's a bit of a renaissance in Limerick, and I have to agree. So, yeah, 5-point win for Cork. As Aran Naveen just comes to an end, and the referee is going to get the ball and throw it in. So, we are almost ready to go here. Limerick in their white jersey tonight. Cork in their traditional blood bandage. Well, I don't know why that is. Why is Limerick wearing white? Because I don't think green and red necessarily clash. I don't know why, but anyway, there's still people going in. I don't know. Looks like number 14 for Limerick. Cockle Downs has gone to midfield. Kelly O'Hanlon's gone to midfield as well as the game gets started. And Colm O'Callaghan's on the ball here. Make a run. That's a foul. It's a free into Cork. Foul by Ian Corbett. Here's Luke Fagg. I think that's Powder. Cross to Matty Taylor. Matty Taylor. And Stephen Sherlock gives the ball straight back to Limerick. First turnover of the day. Adrian Enright trying to take on Kevin O'Donovan. Passed inside and cleared away, I think, by Daniel O'Mahony. It is. Yes, it is. So it's going to be a line ball to Limerick. Or is it a free in? Kicks it. Yeah, it's a free. Looks like Limerick are going to go 1-0 clear after only 1.5 minutes played. So, goalkeepers come up for a short free. I've seen it all. Seen it all. So, Donald O'Sullivan off the ground. Just near enough. Look, it's inside the 45-metre line. What? Way inside it. Why does he need to come up? Oh, he's put it wide. I think they regretted that decision. Martin are going to take the kick out. Short kick out again. If you joined us late there, Limerick just missed a free, first shot of the game. It was an easy enough free from Donald O'Sullivan, keeper, but he missed it. Free and now for Cork. There's a foul from the Limerick player. It's Brian O'Driscoll on the ball. And now it's Cillian O'Hanlon. Over the top of the Limerick man. Back to O'Hanlon again. Into Owen McSweeney. Back to Brian O'Driscoll. The man who was playing in the Carvery Junior A Football Championship is on the ball again. And passes it off to Luke Fahey of Ballincollig. And that's a fork. So surely Cork will get on the scoreboard here. Pretty similar position Limerick missed. So Sherlock or Brian Hurley to take the free. It looks like Sherlock's going to take the free, and yes, he is. And over. Cork 1 point, Limerick no score. Limerick win the kick out. And now it's Cian Sheehan, I think, on the ball. Cross to Cillian. Oh, no, it's not Cillian Fahey. Oh, it is Cillian Fahey. Sorry. It is Cillian Fahey. Get confused between my 8s and my 9s. Apologies. The player on the ball again. Across the field. And that's to the main talisman, Ian Corbett. Going up the field. Brilliant pass. Brilliant footballer. And he's down in the loop again. Is this going to go over? Oh. Been punched away by Mian Martin. Out to the wing back. It's Jack Ryan. Back again. Is that going to go over? It isn't. It's another wide for Limerick. So it's 3 misses now for Limerick. That's pretty inaccurate shooting. That's what you get when you don't have Josh Ryan and Danny Neville, I suppose, like 2 talismanic forwards. That's a bit messy, and it's a Cork line ball from the kick out. Conor McCann on it. Passes it backwards. That's Daniel O'Mahony that gives it off to Rory Maguire. Daniel O'Mahony gets it back again into Luke Fahey. Luke Fahey into Owen McSweeney on the ball. Back into Colin Buchanan, who scored 2-4 against Kerry. Pretty good scoring record from him. Hopefully he carries on that brilliant scoring form into this year. So now we popped in to Chris Oak-Jones. Back to Powter. Back to Brian O'Driscoll from Tide McCorriggs. And that is going over the bar. Brilliant score from Brian O'Driscoll. 2-0, Cork lead. Brilliant start so far. Limerick retain the kick out. Two shots, 2 scored for Cork. You can't get much better than that. In here to Gordon Brown. Looks like Limerick footballers are tweeting after it. Just didn't tweet out before the game. Oh, what's going on here? It's a free to Limerick. I don't know what happened there. Here's Barry Coleman. Into Cian Sheehan, who was brilliant for Newcastle West in the club championship. Been defended brilliantly by Brian O'Driscoll. Is that number 20 he's on for Limerick? And he's put it wide anyway, but that's another change on the Limerick team. Yeah, number 20 is on. I don't know, let me know in the comments. There. I'll get on to your comment in a minute, Conor. Showing there's a break in play. It's a very interesting comment, so I'll get on to it straight away. And it's a sharp kick out again for Micheál Martin. 4 shots for Limerick, none scored. 2 shots for Cork, 2 scored. Story of the game so far after nearly 10 minutes. Limerick just conceded another free there. Going in now, Brian Hurley. Oh, it's a brilliant ball. And gathered by Donal O'Sullivan. Is that a free in? Was it picked off the ground there? It looks like it was, yeah. Looks like it was picked off the ground. Sherlock's getting the ball now, and yeah, pretty innocuous free for Donal O'Sullivan to give away there. So Stephen Sherlock is going to step up to attempt to put Cork 3 points to nil up. And that has gone over. Cork 3, Limerick 0. After about 10 minutes, just over 9 minutes gone. Good lead for the Rebels thus far. And is this the first kick-out Limerick are going to lose? Indeed it is. Cork have won it. I think there was a double hop there, so it's going to be a free to Limerick. Yeah, the numbers on Twitter were correct for Cork, because from Cork GA Twitter, because see Sean Powder wearing number 11, Cillian O'Hanlon's wearing number 22. So yeah, the Twitter page on Cork is absolutely bang on the money. And TGR are wrong with that. But let me know in the comment section if this irks you, lads, because it really irks me with numbers changing and everything. And it wouldn't be surprising if Cork did this for the league as well, like they did last year, you know. That's intercepted, and brilliant by Colm O'Callaghan. And now they're on the break. It's a dangerous break here. Cillian O'Hanlon. This is going over, is it? Or is it going wide? It's gone just to the left and wide. Cork's first wide of the game. But that was brilliant now from Colm O'Callaghan. Brilliant interception, a brilliant break. It's just a shot at the end of it. Wasn't finished off by Cillian O'Hanlon after that. But not to worry. That was only Cork's first miss of the night, so brilliant shooting accuracy from the Rebels so far. And they won the ball back again. And that's a brilliant ball into Chris Oak-Jones. He's going to take on the cornerback here. Is he going to put it over? That is going short. Second miss for Cork. Just got a photo of the Limerick programme. Someone will know is at the game. Number 20 is Davy Lyons. He's in the team, but I don't know who for. Cork have turned the ball over again. It's Matty Taylor on the ball. Taylor to Chris Jones, and that has gone over the bar. 4 points to nil to Cork. Very good start from the Rebels. This is looking very good for Cork at the moment, isn't it? And Cork have turned the ball over again. Wow. Brilliant work from Cork. It's Powder. Cross-field ball. Into Brian O'Driscoll. The Twy McGrath man's going to take on the Limerick wing forward, who was Gordon Brown. O'Driscoll back to Colm O'Callaghan, who's been immense so far, I have to say. Just controls the ball there. Back to O'Callaghan. Into Rory Maguire. Back to Cillian O'Hanlon. To Matty Taylor. Into Rory Maguire. Maguire on the run. Back to Stephen Sherlock. Is that going over? It's just gone wide. Two wides for Cork, 3 wides for Limerick. 57% conversion rate for Cork, obviously 0% for Limerick from 4 shots so far. Cian Sheehan. I think this is David Connolly. Sorry, it's Michael Donovan on the ball. Cillian Fahey. Get confused between my Killians. Sheehan, and that is a free out. Push off the ball. Limerick have conceded 6 frees so far to Cork's 3. Cause for concern for Ray Dempsey. Cause for concern. 14 minutes gone. Cork 4 points. Limerick no score. Looks a bit good at the moment, so I will get on to Conor Sweeney's question. Predictions for Cork for the coming year. I think if Cork get top 3 in Division 2 and get to a Munster final, get to an All-Ireland quarter-final, that would be ideal preparation, I think. Limerick have turned the ball over, as I said that. But yeah, the start's been very good for Cork. Very good. If they go on and hold on here for victory, that's 3 wins from 3. You can't ask for much more than that. And then Meath next week in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. So all roads lead to that game. So has Limerick conceded another free, is it? Limerick conceded another free, yeah. 7 frees conceded. So yeah, to answer your question, Conor, yeah, I think top 3 in the league, get to a Munster final, All-Ireland quarter-final, mission accomplished, and go again next year. I know James O'Donoghue, who won the football pod, was saying promotion to Division 1, but here's a chance. Brian Hurley's on it. Over the bar. 5 points to 0. Cork 5, Limerick no score. Brilliant start for Cork. On the pitch, Colin Downs. Adrian Enright's on the pitch, Conor McSweeney. I'm just trying to figure out who the number 20 replaced for Limerick. I think that's a free in for Limerick. I'm looking now. Number 13, Adrian Enright's there. Number 11, number 9. Actually, it's Colin McSweeney that's been replaced by Davy Lyons. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments now, but I think that is the way. Ian Sheehan is now taking threes, and that is a lovely score to get Limerick on the board. And that is Limerick's first score of the game after 17 minutes. That's from Ian Sheehan 3. Cork 5 points, Limerick 1. With nearly 18 minutes on the clock. Young Martin's kick out. Killian O'Hanlon gathers. Here's Sean Powter, and that, or Brian Hurley rather, and that is, someone went in and pelted Brian Hurley out of it there. Teams maybe steps. Cork had turned the ball over again. They've done so much work on the turnover, Cork. You could see it. Kevin Walsh has implemented his style absolutely perfectly. Here's Matty Taylor and Cian Sheehan. Matty Taylor. And he's fouled Cian Sheehan. It's a free out. If you're just joining us late, there's 19 minutes gone in this game. The game is live on TG Car YouTube. So, yeah, or else you can just watch me try to mumble the names and commentate. Limerick on the ball now is Ian Garbutt. It's a free out there. Or was it a free in? Sorry, it's a free into Limerick. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's game's really got boring, hasn't it? Cork in complete cruise control here. Look up delighted, like Cork are doing very well to be Limerick, Clare and Kerry's B or C team early on in the league, but it's just a bit boring, you know. But and I think Limerick have overcarried the ball there. It's a free out. Here's Brian O'Driscoll, who's played well so far, very well. Brian Hurley claims the mark. Will he go for it here? It's a very tricky angle, very tricky angle. If he gets this is a brilliant score. And he doesn't, does he? Oh, he does. Brilliant score. Brilliant score from Ryan Hurley. I didn't think he'd get it from that angle, to be honest with you. Especially with the wind in Ireland at the moment, apparently it's absolutely Baltic there. So it's now 6 points to 1. Cork in big control. They are going to win the McGrath Cup in revenge on Limerick's win in 2020. Here's James Ockham. Cian Sheehan. And that's gone wide again. It has, yeah. It's just drifted to the left and wide. 4 wides for Limerick. 3 them from play and 1 from that Donald O'Sullivan free in the first minute of the game. 2 wide for Cork. 60% conversion rate for Limerick. Not good. Not good. And Limerick are going to be in the same as Cork and Dublin, which is going to be pretty weird. Watchalong claims the ball, but it is a free to Limerick. That's a kick out lost for Cork. I think that's their first kick out lost of the day, so that's testament to me on Martin. In yes, it is out of 5 kickouts. Ian Corbin involved. Is that a mark? It wasn't, because it was inside the 45-metre line. Call downs to Cian Sheehan, to Barry Coleman, to Paul Maher, across the field to Paul Maher again. And here's Davy Lyons back. And Cork's defence, it's just so organised, isn't it? If you're watching this on TGR YouTube, you'd agree with me here. It's just so structured across the whole line. It's absolutely brilliant from Kevin Walsh, and his management team deserve. Well, John Cleary's management team deserve a lot of credit for this. It's brilliant from Cork so far. Good signs so far. Good 12 minutes down here. So Cork. There's Barry Coleman. Is he going to play a nice intricate ball? He is he? Yeah, he is. It's back to Ian Corbett. Oh, that was a goal chance. Oh, it's a penalty. Is it? Yeah, it is a penalty to Limerick. It looked like a goal chance, and then one of the Cork players went in rushing and nudged the Limerick forward on the back, and it is a penalty to the treaty. Ian Corbett's going to step up here. Ian Corbett. He's going to step up. Ian Corbett against Micheál Martin. Back of the net. Brilliant penalty from Ian Corbett. And now it's a 2-point game all of a sudden. Cork 6 points, Limerick 1-1. Now we have a game. Here's Killian O'Hanlon. Brian O'Driscoll on the run there. And Kevin O'Donovan has he hasn't found him. And Brian O'Driscoll's found his man. It is a free to Limerick. Here is Michael Donovan. Killian Fatty's in the centre. Here he is. Limerick on the attack here. Ian Corbett, who scored the penalty to get Limerick back into the game, and he's going to kick a wonder score here. That is going over the bar. What a score from Ian Corbett. 1-point game now. Outside the boot, off the post, and over the bar. Cork 6 points, Limerick 1-2. Ian truly is game on now. (1-1) from Limerick's talisman, Limerick's captain, Limerick's leader. And he stood up when counted there. What a score that was. There's a bit of a hold-up in play. I don't know what this is about. It's an injury. Well, anyway, Micheál Martin kicks the ball out. Cork needs to wake up a small bit now. 8 minutes at half time. Cork need to just weather the storm now and go into half time just in front, and then they hopefully will kick, hopefully from a Cork point of view anyway, they'll kick on in the second half. Here's Kevin O'Donovan on the run. Killian O'Hanlon's on the outside. Here he is. Back to Matty Taylor. To Colin O'Callaghan. Inside pass to Daniel O'Mahony. On the run again. And that is a free in. And Cork needed that. They needed that badly. Sorry if I'm going in and out of the camera there, lads. I am short-sighted. Probably should wear a glass, but no, just feeling comfortable wearing them, if you know what I mean. So just would rather go in and out, if you know what I mean there. So Stephen Sherlock has the ball in his hands now, and he will attempt to put Cork 2 points up again. Keane Cork is single-handedly just changed this game around, really. With 1-1, like that was well taken penalty, and then the point was just pure class. Pure class. Another hold up in play. I don't know what this is about. Jeez, lads, it is 10 past 8 and it's not even half time yet. Like, if this is a draw and it goes to penalties, oh my god. I think we could go long into the night at this rate, with all the stoppages and then the game starting late. And, yeah, but hopefully it doesn't get to that, you know, or say we want to be in bed early. Anyway, here's Stephen Sherlock over the free for Cork. Does a little shimmy. Sizes up to kick the ball and floats it over the bar. Cork 2 points in front again. And Colin O'Callaghan again has claimed the Limerick kick out. He's one player, he's done absolutely outstanding so far, I have to say. Very good performance from him. Brian O'Driscoll, who's been another excellent performer. Excellent performer throughout the McGrath campaign. Into Rory Maguire. Killian O'Hanlon. Back to Paul. No, it's Brian O'Driscoll. Thomas Clancy moving forward. I think it's his first touch of the ball. Chris O'Jones. Thomas Clancy again. Back to Sherlock. To Chris Og. Cuts inside. 3 Limerick men around him. No bother to him. That wasn't any bother, but the shooting was unfortunately for Chris O'Jones, and that is a wide for Cork. Third wide for the Rebels. Just over half an hour gone in this game. Join us later in Corbett. Hits 1-1 to get Limerick back in the game, including a penalty. And an absolutely outstanding point from the outside of the boot. Free out to Limerick, fouled by the Cork player there. Limerick on the run here. Going up, Kevin O'Donovan. And that is a Cork ball. Thought it was a Limerick ball there, but look, it's the referee's decision. Matty Taylor on it. Not sure that's a clever pass, but it works out okay. Micheál Martin gathers the ball and passes it out to the opposite wing, and I think this is Cillian O'Hanlon on the ball here. Drives up the field. Only back from injury by O'Hanlon, so in inter-county terms, so very good to see him returning. Sean Powers running to attack. Chris O'Jones tries to regain the ball and fouls the Limerick player. It is a free out. It looks like he's getting out the card, the referee. It's not for Chris O'Jones or Sean, but it's out for Cillian O'Hanlon for some reason. Yellow card for Cillian O'Hanlon. Must have been back chat to the referee. The first yellow card of the game. It's gone to the Kilshannig man, Cillian O'Hanlon. Limerick coming out of defence here. Overcarrying free to Cork. The ref has given 23 frees so far. And a yellow card to Cillian O'Hanlon. I don't know. I know we're a lot of flack, but like it would be way better just to play the game on its merits in a way, just to let the game flow, be a much better game. And that's another free. It's a free into Cork, rightly given there, to be honest with you. But I mean, it's a lot of frees, isn't it? 24 frees, and it's half and half literally. 12 frees given a piece. So yeah. Interesting statistic there. I want to go on about how good I am at stats. Stephen Sherlock displays how good he is at free taking, and he steps over the free here. Hopefully it isn't the commentator's course. Hopefully he puts it over now. He does his shimmy again. And that it is the commentator's course has gone wide. Sorry, Stephen, I won't course again. Yeah, sure, we've all been there. We've all been there. Commentator's course. As soon as you say something and then something the opposite happens, Just life in the world of sport. In all sports, not just GA. In additional time now, see how much the referee adds on. Limerick are on the attack here. If they can get a score just to settle it down, 1 point game at half time, that'll be good for the neutrals. Michael Donovan. Passed in by Paul Maris Dackle. That's gone over by I don't know who scored that. But Limerick, I've got a third point anyway. I don't know who scored. Let me know in the comments who scored. I don't know. It isn't very clear to see. But Limerick have now 1-3 on the board. According to the commentator, I think it's Davy Lyons to get the point. So we'll give it to Davy Lyons, I think, then. The number 20 who I was talking about earlier on the stream. And Cork have won their kick out. Colin McCallan, yet again. What a performance from him. And he's won a free. You're very poor from play so far. Cork have 3 points for play. Limerick have 2 points for play. I'll be one from a place ball with Brian Hurley's mark, which was absolutely superb. So could you count Cork 4 points for play? I don't know. People were saying Clifford's points against Galway should have been from play, even though there were marks. I personally, I don't know what you think, lads, but I personally have marks as not from play. I don't know what the others think in the comment section below, but as I whine about, here is Brian O'Driscoll on the ball. Back to Owen McSweeney. This way and that. Here come Cork again. Is this going to go? This is going back to Stephen Sherlock. Can he get a shot away? Lots of Limerick men around him. Brilliant pressure from the treaty, and they've got a free. Brilliant pressure from Limerick. You would think now the ref would blow over half time, even though I don't know how much stoppage there was. And yeah, as I say, that it is half time. Cork 7 points, Limerick 1-3, half time. So yeah, an interesting first half there. Quite interesting first half. So yeah, Cork 7 points, Limerick 1-3 at the break. So I suppose I probably need a rest for my voice. Yeah, it's pretty tiring being on a live stream. I found out now. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on mute, and we'll be back for the second half as soon as possible. So yeah, half time Cork 7 points, Limerick 1-3. I'll be back soon there. So I'm back, lads. Cork 7 points, Limerick 1-3 at half time. I just wanted to give you some scores at the moment using the Scorio app. Obviously, there's more games going on this Friday evening for GA. In the Sigerson Cup, the rescheduled game of the Sigerson Cup, it's DCU 2-4, Queen's University 2 points. There's 27 minutes gone in that game. And in the Connacht FBD Cup final, have a look at the score there. At half time, it is Mayo 5 points, Roscommon 2 points. I think that is in the Dome in Galway. So, yeah, those are the two other scores from half time games. I want to check actually the Hammies game. I would think Brendan's would have beat Hammies anyway. Yeah, it's interesting time in the GA at the moment. There's a lot going on. A lot of Sigerson Cup, a lot of pre-season competitions, and of course the league is just around the corner as well. So yeah, there's a lot of action to get your teeth into. So obviously in the Curly Free already today, Mercy Mountauk 3-15, Clonakilty Community College 6 points. So a pretty good win for the Tralee boys there. Paddy Dane got a hat-trick in that game according to the match report, so very good performance from him. Very good showing. And I don't seem to get the results for the Hammies and St. Brendan's game. So if you get the results, let me know in the comments section below. As for this game, look, it was 6 points to 1. Cork looked in complete cruise control. I said this in the live stream as well in the first half if you were watching it. And yeah, could see the penalty, pushed back on the Limerick forward, and Ian Corbett, the talismanic man from centre back, puts Limerick back in the game with a quick fire 1-1 goal from a penalty, and then an outside of the boot point coming off the post and over the bar. And then Sherlock, I think, gets it free, or was it Brian Hurley? I think Brian Hurley scored an outstanding mark. I think that was the 6th point for Cork, actually. I think Stephen Sherlock scored the 7th point. And then Davy Lyons, I think it was. The commentator said it anyway, so I'm going to believe them. Davy Lyons got a hand pass point over the bar as they emerge for the second half. I'll go over for some stats just before they throw in for the second half there. Cork, obviously 7 points, Limerick 1-3. For play, it's Limerick 2 points, Cork 3. 4 wides on each side. It looked pretty ominous with the wides earlier on, with Limerick kicking some wayward shots. But Cork have done so in the last few minutes, and very, very worrying signs there. Cork have converted 58% of their shots compared to Limerick's 44%. From kickouts, both sides have lost one, or Limerick, pardon me, have lost 2 kickouts. Cork have lost 1. Turnovers, Cork have won 6 and Limerick have won 5. Frees conceded is the big stat in the first half, I think. Limerick have conceded 14 frees, Cork have conceded 13 frees, and 1 yellow card that went to Kilshannig's Killian O'Hanlon in the first half. So the Limerick players have emerged out in the field for the second half. I don't think the Cork players have. Maybe got a bit of a talking to from John Clear in the dressing room to maybe letting Limerick back into the game so easily in the end of that first half. But look, the game's running late anyway as it is. And feel free to comment anything that's on your mind, anything about Curly Free games today, as the commentary comes back on. Hopefully this live stream's working, really, because like a bit different, being in front of a camera rather than, expressing your own thoughts while watching a game. But look, do this. So it doesn't look like any changes at half time. Killian O'Hanlon's still gone in midfield with Colin O'Callaghan, and Carl Downs has gone midfield with Killian Fahy for Limerick. So as we start for the second half, and Limerick claimed the ball, and that is a free into Limerick. You know what? Limerick could really come back into this game here. It's back to Michael Donovan. Cian Sheehan, who in fairness was running at the Cork defence, and he ran at Kerry last year as well. He's a very good player, Cian Sheehan. Goes back to Sheehan here. Everything goes through him. 24 is on for Limerick. I don't know who's gone off there. So I'm just going to check who is number 24. Just going to look who's number 24 for Limerick. It's James Naughton. He's come onto the field. But I don't know who has gone off. Obviously, with the league next week, it's only going to be 5 subs rather than 10, which is a relief for him journalists, I'd imagine. Here's James Naughton again. Pass in, and Cork turn the ball over again. 19's on for Cork. 19 Sean Meehan is come onto the pitch for Cork as well. Brian Hurley, and that's gone over. It is. Brian Hurley with a point for Cork. I forgot to sure. Jeez, there's a lot to learn in live streaming business. It's free to Cork after winning Limerick's kick out. Here's Brian Hurley again. Brian Hurley in. Brian Hurley, point for Cork. And within a matter of minutes, Cork are 3 points ahead again. 2 points from player Brian Hurley early on in the second half, with 2 minutes gone in the second bell. Cork 9 points, Limerick 3. Sean Meehan's come on. I don't know who has come on for. I would guess it's Luke Fahey. But again, it's only a guess. Limerick have won the kick out there. He's come on for Thomas Clancy. Cork GA have confirmed it on Twitter. So my bad. So Sean Meehan on and Thomas Clancy from Clonakilty off, as Cork conceded another free to Limerick. There's one other sub as well that I need to keep an eye on, and it is James Naughton for Limerick. I don't know who has come off for him. Hammy's Brendan Donald till next Wednesday, 25th in Bantier at 1:30. Okay, thanks Darren Brendan for that comment. So yeah, a lot of games being rescheduled. Thomas Clancy's amazing, yeah. And that's gone over the bar. Who got that for Limerick? Jesus, I'm blind. Number 11. Put that over for Limerick. Cian Sheehan. So it is Cork 9 points, Limerick 1-4. And also for Cork, Tommy Walsh has come on for Daniel O'Malley. That's another sub at half-time, according to Cork GA Twitter, as Limerick conceded another free. 18 frees conceded by Limerick now. It's a shocking stat there. Stephen Sherlock over the ball, and as he goes over the ball, I just showed Darren's comment there about Hammy's abandoned not until next Wednesday, the 25th. Stephen Sherlock. Over the bar. 10 points to 1-4. Cork back into a 3-point lead. I don't know who James Oxton's come on for Limerick. I'm sort of guessing say it's Gordon Brown. As Cork turn over the ball and win a free. Nearly 20 frees now for Limerick, 19 just on the edge. So, jeez. That's interesting stat there. And you have another 8 in range for the St. Finbarr's man, Stephen Sherlock. Squad to give Cork a full lead. It is. Limerick have won the long kick out there. Yeah, you'd feel Limerick need another goal just to, get back into the game. Morris, Killian Fahey, Michael Donovan, midfielders again, gathers the ball, and it is a free to Limerick. Killian Fahey on it. Short into Micheál Martin. Yeah, it was a problem for Limerick last first half of that qualifier game as well against Cork. And the problem seems to be cropping up again. They miss, easy. Saying that Limerick turn off the ball. Here's Adrian Enright. Adrian Enright has put it wide. What a chance for Limerick there. Could have got a goal, could have got a point, and he's got neither. Wow. Stephen Sherlock, by the way, has 5 points off from frees. So doing well so far. Cork have won the kick out and they've also won another free. So that's 20 frees conceded by Limerick. Yeah, 20 is still on Davy Lyons. Adrian Enright's still on. Carl Downs is still on. It's either Paul Maher or Gordon Brown that's gone off. Because James Docht is clearly a forward. Here's Matty Taylor being pursued, and it is a free in to Cork. 21 frees. I think it's a yellow card for Ian Corbett. I think it is because the commentator just said it there. So 1 yellow card each. Stephen Sherlock. Is he going to put Limerick 5 points behind? And he is. Cork 12 points, Limerick 4. 45 minutes. Go. Limerick have lost another kick out there. There's Brian Hurley. Into Matty Taylor. Surrounded. And he wins a free in again. It seems to be Limerick's downfall, doesn't it? A lot of frees conceded here. Sherlock over nearly the same angle again. So looks like it's going to be 13 points to 1-4 incoming. A 6-point lead for Cork if Sherlock manages to put this over, which he does. Typical Stephen Sherlock score, and Cork now are 6 points in front. Cork 1-4. They've lost another kick out of Limerick. Here come Cork again, 29. Luke Fahy's number 29 now. He's put him wide. But when did he become 29? Did he get a bang in the face or something? Did he get blood in his shirt? I don't know what. But he's been changed to number 29 anyway. Change on the stats panel. As Limerick lose another kick out. Brian Hurley in. Brian Hurley shoots. Brilliant score. Brilliant score from Brian Hurley yet. And Cork lead by 14 points to 1-4. Said like Limerick need a goal against this game. That's Brian Hurley's 5th point today, 1 from a mark. Pretty good performance from the Castlehaven man, the captain of the Cork team. As Limerick finally win their own kick-out. Keelan tries to get the ball back, but it's a free to Limerick. I count that 39 frees the ref has given away across both sides. I mean, once a game has 40 frees, you know, it's just not sightly really. Yeah. As I go on my ramble, Limerick on the attack, and here's a chance. It went over the bar, but the referee is giving a free in instead. They'll take it anyway, but I don't know what that's about. Is the ref going to book him, Matty Taylor? No, he's not. He's not. It's Cian Sheehan over the ball again. Over the bar. 3 points for Cian Sheehan, all from frees. And Limerick have their 2nd point of the half. Cork on it again from the kick out. Just looking, is it Paul Maher or Gordon Brown on the field? Oh, Gordon Brown's on the field, so Paul Maher went off for James Octon. Brian Hurley. Short. So it's 14 points to 1-5. If you have any comments there, lads, pop them in the chat and I'll get to them as soon as possible. 20 minutes to go in this game, and it looks like Cork will get their hands on the pre-season competition trophy, the McGrath Cup. Here's Gordon Brown, the guy who we thought went off the field, but he was actually Paul Maher. Sean Powter, and I thought that was a foul myself, but no, the ref was playing on. Michael Donovan into Adrian Enright, back to Carl Downs. Is that going over the bar? It is going wide. 6 wides for Limerick, 42% shot accuracy, 22% shot accuracy from play. Yeah, it's not really impressive stats there from the Limerick team, is it? Jack Ryan's gone off, and Robbie Burke, number as Limerick win the Cork kickout. Adrian Wright for the white. Very disappointing return in front of goal for Limerick. So as I mentioned, Jack Ryan is gone off. Robbie Burke has come in. Well-known forward, really. So, I have to charge this. John O'Rourke's come on there from Carby Rangers, and one back Sweeney from McGrath has gone off the field. As Brian O'Driscoll carries the ball for Cork with menace. Here is Stephen Sherlock. Even to cut inside. Brian O'Driscoll. Into Chris O'Jones. Who scored only 1 point tonight. And Limerick have the ball back. Chris O'Jones very aggressive in the tackle there. Very, very encouraging. Chris O'Jones has done very well in this pre-season, I have to say. Paul Maher was on the field. Who went off for James Naughton? So must have been Brian Fanning. Must have been Brian Fanning. Limerick still have the ball, and it's the guy who I'm trying to figure out who he came on for. James Naughton on the ball. Killian Fahey. Who's Carl Downs getting past John O'Rourke, and he puts that one wide. Eight wide for Limerick. It's not really a good showing for this Limerick team. Oh, gee, Cork have kicked the ball short. Number 20's on it. Oh, it's blocked. Is that going in? It's finally gone in. It is finally gone in. Davy Lyons has put it in the back of the net. What on earth happened there? Davy Lyons has just given Limerick an absolute lifeline here. After it was saved multiple times. How it didn't go in. But then Davy Lyons, the guy who's the late change at the start of the game, has made it Cork 40 points, Limerick 5. Well, that came out of nowhere. Now the crowd have to get behind Cork here because I don't think Kevin Walsh will be happy with this at all. So here's John O'Rourke. He's just hand passed it over the bar. And Cork are 4 points ahead again. scoring 15 points, pretty decent, but conceding 2 goals. I mean, not really impressive from Cork at all. "15 minutes to go in this game, and it's still in the melting pot. Still there. Still hanging on in there, Limerick. Here they go again. Is that what we're carrying? No, it's an advantage, and Limerick have a free in. I just noticed from other sports, from soccer, Juventus hit with a 15-point deduction in Serie A. History repeating itself, lads. History definitely repeating itself. Donald Sullivan stepped up again now for Limerick, the goalkeeper. Enjoying the game, lads. It looked at the start of both halves, Cork had it way under control, but a goal from Ian Corbett in the first half and a goal from Dave Lyons in the second half kept this game in the balance. Here's Donald O'Sullivan. That's gone wide again. Oh, it has gone wide, but he has to retake it. What was that for, I wonder? I don't know. Did the Cork player say something? I don't know. Fortunately, I'm not at the game, so couldn't exactly hear what happened. But Donald Sullivan, he'll get another bite of the cherry, a bit like Rob Henley in that All-Ireland semi-final against Dublin in 2021. Who remembers that? Seems a long time ago now. So Donald O'Sullivan steps up, and he's still put it wide. That's his third miss of the day. Yeah, as I said earlier, like 2 goals conceded from Cork tonight. I don't think Kevin Walsh will be happy with that. Really won't. No goals before this, and it's probably the worst time to be conceding goals because it's just a week before the big game. Oh, Colm O'Callaghan has been knocked over there by Michael Donovan. And Brian Hurley's getting involved, and here we go. Here's a brawl. Teams have to get under control here. It all started. Colm O'Callaghan just gathered the ball, and then Michael Donovan comes in. Brian Hurley tries to defend his teammate, and all. Michael Donovan, he's reaching for the book, the referee, Michael Donovan. What's he going to get here? What's the Limerick man going to get? Michael Donovan. Surely, I don't think it was a red. It wasn't that innocuous, to be honest with you. Let's see. Timing. Yellow card. Yeah. After all that drama, it's Limerick's second yellow card of the night. And Colm O'Callaghan is about to get booked as well. See, the back of the book is red. Surely not. It's Colm O'Callaghan. Surely getting yellow as well, yeah. Crisis averted. Four yellow cards, 42 frees from the referee, and after Cork got the initial free, it's now a throw ball. But Michael Donovan pushed Colm O'Callaghan. And if Limerick win this, they don't. Here come Cork again. Here's Chris O'Jones brilliant side. It's a 45. 45 for Cork. Yeah, I got the right order. 15 points to 2-5. If I got the score wrong, wouldn't be the best live stream, would it? At all. This has gone on for nearly 2 hours now. No, it's because of the malarkey to start. Not throwing in on time, really. So Stephen Sherlock is going to take the 45 here. With 9 minutes on the clock of normal time to go. Here's Stephen Sherlock. Wide. And Killian O'Hanlon's now gone off. Rory Dean has come on in his place. So Bantry Blues man comes on for Kilshannig native. A free concede by Limerick there. Rory Maguire out to Sean Meehan, who's barely got on the ball in the second half. Here's Rory Dean, who's just come onto the pitch. Rory Dean. Oh, that took a while. That took a while for linesman eventually to wave it wide. But he did. And that is Cork's 7th wide of the game. Here come Limerick on the attack. Here's Cian Sheehan. Back. Call downs across the field. Here's Davy Lyons, who's done well tonight. I will give him that. But he's kicked that one short. Another commentator score. Sorry, Davy, about that one. 3 short now for Limerick tonight. As well as their 9 wides and 1 saved. But the 1 saved was inevitably leading up to Davy Lyons' goal. So, as I speak, Colin McCallan's in. Chris O'Jones turns his man. Chris O'Jones. Wide. Oh. 8 wide for Cork. Cork clear the danger here. No, they can't. Instead, they concede a free in scoring range. And Limerick could go back to 3 points here. Cian Sheehan's coming up, who's been nailing the frees all night for the Division 3 finalists. Newcastle Westman has scored a total of 3 points from free so far. Scores from play come from Davy Lyons and Ian Corbett. Here's Cian Sheehan. And just as I say that, he puts it wide. 10 wides for Limerick. That's the 3rd wide from a free for Limerick tonight. Well, that'll be 2 from Donald O'Sullivan. Free to Cork. Cork on the attack here and threatening for a score to kill off this game. Stephen Sherlock back. I think that's Colin O'Callaghan that got the point there for Cork. It's now Cork 16 points, Limerick 2-5. Twitter will confirm it. It's a brilliant score. So 2 subs there happening there. Cian Kiley's come on for Cork for Lou Fahey. 2 Ballincollig players switching places. And for Limerick, Cillian Ryan has come on for the goal scorer, Davy Lyons, who did well tonight. And could be a player to watch in the league. Did very well now tonight. Just see who scored there for Cork. I'm sure it was Colin O'Callaghan. It was Colin O'Callaghan, yeah. Don't know how brilliant eyes that's. Just seeing that Colin O'Callaghan got that score before I even checked Twitter. What can I say? I'm not even at the game. It's a joke, but there's a lot of cars leaving. Cars in the background there in Mallow Complex, they're leaving. Why the game? Okay, there's 5 points in it, but yeah, there's a load of young lads leaving there. I think that's Limerick fans just can't want to miss the traffic. But there's 2 minutes and hour time left, and if the ref, I don't know, he'll probably add a small bit of added time considering the game started late. There's a lot of people want to get out of the cold. I know I'm at Erasmus at Scotland at the moment, but I went outside today and it was absolutely freezing cold. Minus 2 degrees, like. I think it got to -3 at some point. I have to check the weather now before I go to bed tonight. But jeez, it was very, very cold. Like the footpaths were icy. You know, you could easily slip them. And this was Scotland, not too far away from Ireland. You know, so ball's gone in, and Limerick cleared this, and regained the ball through Ian Corbett. So to round off, Brian Hurley's 5 points so far, 4 from play. The others from play included Brian O'Driscoll, Chris O'Jones, John O'Rourke, and Colin O'Callaghan. As Limerick take on a shot here. And Robbie Burke has just got a point there for Limerick. Good score, to be fair to him. But unfortunately, it is a bit too late for Limerick. Six to 2-6. We're now into additional time. bit of a strange commentary there on DG Car. It says Ian McGuire's come on, despite him not being named in the panel. And apparently they say the words, I don't know who's coming off. Think you've seen it all, lads. Think you've seen it all. Cork have won the kick out there. Sean Powder. It's tenacious as ever, and he wins a free. Cork break. If they can get a goal at the end, it'll just brighten up the game a small bit. Here's Rory Dean. Brian Hardy again. Brilliant score from Rory. Well done by Rory Dean. Just running up the field there. And that's Brian Hardy's 6th point of the day. Cork 17 points, Limerick 2-6. And he looks as if Cork will coast home here. And he looked pretty nervy once Davy Lyons got that goal for Limerick. But Cork held their nerve and still got over the line. Here's Chris O'Jones. To Rory Dean. Rory Dean has been held back, and that's a free within Stephen Sherlock territory. So it looks like Cork will get an 18th point here. What a performance though by Brian Hardy. Brilliant performance. 6 points, 5 from play. Very impressive showing, and just a week before the Meath game too. Is that him? No, it's Sherlock that took the free. I just thought for a minute it was Brian Hardy there, but Sherlock took the free. Getting another point for him, and that's Cork 18 points, Limerick 6. Brian O'Driscoll attempts to intercept the ball. Doesn't succeed there, but to be fair, Brian O'Driscoll in the 3 games in the McGrath Cup has been one of the standout players. He's been absolutely brilliant for Cork. And really, really positive form going to the league next week against Meath. And that's intercepted. No, it's... Or is it? No, it's not. Limerick have the ball. And Cork have conceded another free there. Oh, sorry, Stephen Sherlock gone off. It's 2 subs that came on for Cork there. Paul Walsh has come on for Sean Powter. And Mark Cronin's come on for Stephen Sherlock. It's gone wide, I think. Wide, yeah. Wide from a free. For Limerick. So I think actually Brian Hardy scored that last free. It looked like Brian Hardy, right? So I'm just going to have it as Brian Hardy. So if it is Brian Hardy, 7 points for Brian Hardy today. 5 from play. 5th minute of that time now. Limerick have won that kick out. Limerick are going for a third goal here. Really the goals have kept Limerick in the game. Tried to keep them in at least, but 6 point margin now. It looks like it's going to be a comfortable win for Cork going into next week. Limerick are going to go for goal here, are they? Gone over the bar, is it? clean sheet now, but I don't think that was him. It was from free. Go off the meeting. Jesus, the kickouts have been very, very dodgy from Cork tonight. Every time I try to change the score or put in a stat, like in the blink of an eye, Limerick win the kickout. Cork go up the field again. John O'Rourke's on the ball, shimmies the other way, shimmies to the left-hand side and kicks a beauty. 2 points for John O'Rourke since coming on. Brilliant score from John O'Rourke, and that should finish the game. 19 points this evening. Kicked out by Limerick, and the final whistle blows. Brilliant performance by Cork in the end. No, well, not a brilliant performance, but a performance to get them over the line. Cork 19 points, Limerick 2-7 is how it ended. Yeah, Cork are McGrath co-champions. 3 wins out of 3. 6-point win this evening. It was an 8-point win against Clare. It was 12 points against Kerry. The margins got lower, which could be a bit worrying, but like a good enough performance by Cork. Colin McCann did well. Brian O'Driscoll, Sherlock, of course, Brian Hurley with 5 points from play was superb. But they just allowed Limerick back into the game way too easily today. And I think if they do that Meath with the likes of Jordan Morris and Matthew Costello about, Cork could be in a bit of bother. That's my feeling on it anyway. For Limerick, the objective is to stay up in Division 2. There's no qualms about that. So, good enough game tonight. I know Cork scored 19 points, black and white. You think it's an unbelievable showing, but when you look at the scores from play, 10 points from play, 9 points from frees. So, it was an okay showing from Cork, and they got over the line in the end, and all focus switches to Meath next week. So before I log off here, any comments is much appreciated on the channel, on the live chat. Doesn't seem to be any comments, so I think I'll log off. I'm a bit tired myself now. I'm approaching the 2-hour mark on a live stream now, so I'm going to log off now. So Cork are McGrath Cup champions for 2023. Limerick have to focus for the league, and Cork and Meath next week. Limerick will focus on a relegation battle in Division 2, it looks to be. So hope you enjoyed the live stream. Might do one from Mayo Galway next week in the Alliance Football League Division 1. But until then, I'll see you then, and take care, and hopefully there'll be an episode out this week on the podcast to discuss the Alliance Football League preview. Most notably that Cork and Meath game, if I can get maybe a Meath fan on. So give the video a like. Hopefully you like the live stream tonight. And I can't even put a few words together in a sentence because I'm that tired this evening. So I'll see you in the next video, lads. And thanks for watching.